Hey everybody, this is John with Rock Reptiles. We got another clutch. It's been a few days. I've done a video. Um, these are actually an anticipated clutch. There's some hybrids. I don't know how many people are into the hybrids, but these particular ones I've worked on for a while. Really killer looking animals. I'll show you the diversity in the babies. So I'm gonna open this up and we'll take a look at what she's got in there. She hasn't dropped any eggs last year, so kind of been waiting on this clutch. We had a little pairing year before. It kind of went sour. So it's a new female we're breeding into this project. As far as I know, we're the only one who's done this pairing and produced these. But they produce some phenomenal looking snakes. I mean, all color. I love them. And I'm about to open this up and see what we got in here. So there's the girl, and she is Banana King, Apricot Pueblan, Theri, and Rutheni, albino of course. And this is a project that I started some years back. Took me a while to get to this point. And a lot of these animals, they come out with a big variety of different looking patterns and colors. I'll show you another one of the animals I produced that I'm trying to narrow down and just producing majority of the animals that look like the one I'll show you here in a minute. This girl's about 4 years old and she didn't go last year. This year she dropped some eggs, obviously. They don't look all that big, but they'll swell up a little bit more as they grow. The embryos grow in there and they absorb a little bit more water. But the clutch looks pretty good. Got a dry egg box set up here. I'm gonna mix up and get them all set up in the incubator. Again, we haven't posted no videos, just kind of doing them as they lay. We've still got quite a bit more coming up. This is definitely something I've been waiting on. As I said, last year's kind of disappointment, but you know, that's, like I said before, the way this goes. These here are just really, I mean, as you can see, she's just kind of glowing. And some of the babies that are produced, I mean, the diversity is just crazy. You know, some of them will be completely bright fluorescent orange. A little bit of banding or some speckles on them. I'll go ahead and show you this male before I pull these eggs here and separate them and set them up and get her out of this box. So she looks like she's a little wore out. So I'll go ahead and leave the lid off while I step over here and show you guys his male, which I've showed before in the video. So we'll go ahead and take a look at him. I did do a couple holdbacks. And I'll show you one of the females now that I held back. Which looks, you know, basically like her mom. She's a pretty girl though. But, you know, like I said, they produce a lot of diversity in the clutch. So all of them won't look like her. And what I'm trying to do is narrow it down to getting animals that look like this guy here, which is really killer. I mean, he's just all color. I mean, my lighting's not all that great in here, but you know, he's even got a little bit of orange on one side of his head and not the other. What's up, buddy? Cool looking snake, man. So I'm trying to get these to where I can just produce majority of the animals that look like this. To me, they just, you know, really are outstanding. You know, being a hybrid, I haven't had anything come out, with kinks or digestive problems or deformed looking or anything like that. I mean, every baby we've produced with this particular pairing has always came out really nice. No issues. This guy did take a while to get feeding. I think I had to feed him. I actually fed him baby food with a syringe and some calcium powder for about 6 months before he started taking pinks. And then I would just hold a pink in front of him, and he just latched on and then started taking off on his own. I was kind of paranoid. I really didn't want to lose him or just him not end up feeding at all. But as you can see, I mean, this guy is, in my opinion, just a phenomenal looking snake. Just all color. Really cool looking pattern. So I'm going to get him back in. This box does need to be cleaned up a little bit, a little poop on the side, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So back over to this girl. Again, she's about 4 years old. Nothing from her last year, but hey, sometimes patience is key to doing this. Some animals don't always go right at 3, but for her, she decided to drop her clutch at 4 years old. When she dropped, they look all fertile. I mean, there's one there that looks kind of small, but I mean, that's not really an issue as long as you can take a pinky. It really is not a problem. These guys usually feed pretty good. No, I haven't really had no issues on having to sand or anything. There is one that looks a little bit discolored there. Still could be drying, but I mean, they all look fertile to me. Really excited to get these guys set up and incubate them and see actually what comes out. I'm trying to think if she didn't produce. I think she is out of the clutch prior to producing that cool looking male. So, chances of me getting another one out of, like that in this clutch is, it's only when I produce, and probably say 5-6 years I've been doing these. And he's the only one that came out looking like that. So really anticipating getting this one hatched out and seeing if I can get another one like that. A female would be great. But, I'll go on down the line and just produce that pair I just showed you and hopefully get some more like him. But I'm going to go ahead and remove her. Have a closer look at her. She's a pretty girl. I mean, she's almost got like a greenish tint to her, which is really awesome. So we'll get her moved back over to her spot. And then I'm going to go back and get these eggs set up. They look really good. Not really seeing any slugs in there. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like about 11 eggs there. So maybe we'll hit the odds and get another snake that looks like that male. Only time will tell, but we're doing pretty good on production this year. I got a late start, which I normally don't do, but it just ended up being that way this year. We still got pretty good amount of animals laying. Some retics this year, grain trees, just a ton of coluber stuff that we got laying now and more to come. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in to watch these videos. The quality will get better as we go, and we actually have some good plans to get our channel up and running, you know, full par. We'll have some introductions and basically a better area to film in, as well as you know, deeper discussions on the animals and everything like that. So we thank everybody for tuning in. I'm going to get these set up, and once they hatch out, I will post videos of them pipping, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys how I cut these eggs, which is pretty much a delicate process. You know, being so small, you want to make sure you don't, you know, cut the animal, of course. But as mentioned before, I've been doing this for years, so I'm pretty confident in what I do. I haven't had no issues doing it. You know, it's always been a way for me to get 100% hatch rate. Don't ever have anything going back in and drowning or anything like that. So hope everybody's having a good night, and we'll get more videos up soon. And we thank you for watching. And if you like, drop a like or a comment, and we'll see you next time.